See speech title Yo Jit Rate Tell No Oni. There comes a time in life when your words must be guarded like treasures, when silence becomes your greatest ally, and when your blessings are too sacred to be spoken carelessly. The world often mistakes loudness for power, but true strength walks in quietness. When you begin to prosper, when the tide of fortune turns in your favor, hold your peace. Do not rush to announce it. Wealth, whether material or spiritual, has its roots in the unseen, and anything planted in silence grows stronger. When you share your triumphs too soon, you open the door for doubt, envy, and interference. The vibration of your abundance must remain undisturbed, untouched by opinions and energies that do not align with your vision. Every seed of success is delicate at first. It needs protection until its roots are deep enough to withstand storms. The moment you proclaim your riches to those who do not understand your journey, you invite resistance into your field. Your words create vibrations, and those vibrations attract similar forces. Therefore, when you are rich, be it in wisdom, love, or money, protect the vibration of that richness by remaining still. Silence is not secrecy born of fear, it is mastery born of wisdom. You are not hiding your wealth, you are preserving its energy. There is a divine law that says, "Do not cast your pearls before those who do not value them." Your riches are your pearls, and the world does not always see them for what they are. Many will misunderstand, some will project their own lack, and others will seek to draw from your well without contributing to it. When you tell no one, you allow the law of divine order to work freely. Those who need to know will know, and those meant to benefit will find you through grace, not through gossip. The universe rewards quiet gratitude more than noisy display. When you silently thank life for your abundance, you affirm your faith in the unseen hand that brought it to you. You are telling the infinite, "I trust you. I need not prove anything to anyone." That faith magnetizes more blessings. The one who boasts of wealth often attracts pride and jealousy. The one who holds wealth in sacred silence attracts peace and continued increase. There is also a spiritual reason behind keeping silent. Every thought and word is a form of energy. When you declare something to others, their consciousness interacts with yours. If their vibration is high, it strengthens you. If it is low, it can drain or distort your manifestation. The wise soul does not announce the flower while it is budding. It waits until the fragrance fills the air and the beauty speaks for itself. When you are rich, you need no validation. Your peace, your presence, and your prosperity will reveal it. Many people destroy their own blessings by talking too much about them. They say, "Look what I am achieving. Look what I have gained." And the law of vibration begins to shift. Their focus moves from gratitude to ego, from faith to fear of losing what they have. The more you talk, the more energy you leak. The more energy you leak, the weaker your manifestation becomes. To remain rich, you must remain centered, calm, and inwardly connected to the source of your abundance. There is beauty in quiet wealth. The tree does not announce every fruit it bears. It simply grows, season after season, and provides shade and nourishment to those who come near. So too should your riches bless others silently. Let your giving speak, not your boasting. Let your success be felt, not shouted. The universe knows who you are and what you possess. You need not convince anyone else. When you get rich, keep your vibration clear and your heart humble. Continue to give thanks in the secret place of your spirit. Continue to bless others quietly. For every act of generosity increases your flow. But never feel the need to prove your abundance to those who cannot yet perceive it. Remember that some are not ready to see you in your light. They still dwell in shadows of comparison and doubt. Do not awaken envy in hearts that have not yet learned contentment. True wealth is not measured in numbers. It is measured in peace. And peace grows in silence. When your mind is still, your riches multiply. When your heart is calm, your intuition guides you rightly. When your soul is unbothered by the need for recognition, your blessings last longer and reach farther. Those who rush to tell the world of their fortune often lose it as quickly as they gained it. Those who protect it with quiet confidence dwell in abundance for generations. The wise man and woman walk with serenity. They understand that divine prosperity flows to them effortlessly, because they live by the law of harmony. They know that each time they speak, they either strengthen or weaken their vibration. So they choose their words carefully, or choose silence altogether. Their silence is not emptiness. It is a shield of light around their good. When you get rich, tell no one, not because you fear losing it, but because you honor its sacredness. Keep your treasures in the vault of your heart, and let only your works reveal your wealth. Let your kindness, your joy, and your calm spirit testify to your abundance. The universe speaks in silence, and those who listen become truly rich. True wealth grows strongest in silence. Protect your blessings by keeping them sacred and unspoken. There is a divine mystery in the quiet spaces of life where power gathers and manifests. When something precious is forming, it needs stillness, not noise. Just as a seed must rest deep in the soil, away from the sun and the gaze of the world, your prosperity too must begin in silence. The spiritual law of creation works in secret. It does not announce itself, it does not seek applause, it simply unfolds. When you receive blessings, whether in the form of ideas, opportunities, money, or inner peace, you are being entrusted with sacred energy. That energy must be protected from the chaos of doubt, envy, and unnecessary attention. Words carry vibration, and every time you speak of your blessings, you release a portion of that vibration into the atmosphere, where it can be influenced by others' thoughts and emotions. The world is filled with mixed vibrations. When you announce your riches to those who cannot yet see abundance within themselves, their inner resistance, jealousy, or fear can subtly interfere with the purity of your creation. This is not to condemn them, but to recognize that not everyone vibrates in harmony with prosperity. Some will admire, some will envy, and some will unconsciously question how you received your good. The moment you open your sacred treasures to the world's opinions, you risk scattering their power. Silence, therefore, becomes your shield. It keeps the divine energy contained, concentrated, and strong. The quiet person who guards their prosperity does not do so from pride or secrecy, but from understanding the spiritual laws that govern manifestation. They know that what is guarded in peace multiplies, while what is exposed prematurely weakens. There is an invisible strength that grows in quietness. The most powerful rivers make little noise as they flow. It is the shallow streams that babble loudly. When your wealth, spiritual or material, flows deeply within you, you feel no need to proclaim it. You are content in knowing that you are guided, supplied, and blessed by the infinite source. The more quietly you hold that knowing, the stronger it becomes. Your faith becomes a fortress, your gratitude becomes a magnet, and your energy remains pure. Those who truly understand prosperity realize that money and success are merely outer symbols of inner alignment. When you are inwardly aligned with peace, confidence, and faith, your outer world must reflect that harmony. Silence preserves that alignment by preventing distractions and external energy from disturbing your flow. The sacredness of wealth is not in the number of possessions, but in the consciousness that attracts them. Consciousness is delicate, like a flame that needs shelter from the wind. When you speak too much of what you are manifesting, or what you have achieved, you invite gusts of external energy that can dim your inner flame. But when you keep silent, the flame grows stronger, warmer, and brighter. Silence is your invisible protection. It is your spiritual boundary. Those who live by divine law understand that not everything must be spoken. Some victories are meant to be lived quietly. Some blessings meant to be held in gratitude. Some dreams meant to unfold unseen until the right moment. The wise do not expose their inner garden to every passerby. They nurture it privately until the flowers bloom on their own. There is also humility in silence. True wealth does not seek validation. It does not boast, because it does not need to prove itself. When you are rich in spirit, when you are guided by divine intuition, you no longer need the world's acknowledgement. You walk in calm assurance that what is yours will remain yours by right of consciousness. You understand that loud declarations often stem from insecurity, while quiet certainty springs from faith. Those who are truly prosperous glow with serenity. They are content to let their actions speak for them. Their generosity, peace, and quiet confidence reveal their wealth far more powerfully than words ever could. They know that showing off is a form of poverty. It seeks approval to confirm its worth. The one who is truly rich feels no such need. Their worth is already established within. Silence also allows divine guidance to flow freely. When you are not busy talking about your plans, your wealth, or your success, your mind is open to receive new inspiration. You hear the whisper of intuition more clearly. You sense what next step to take, where to invest your energy, whom to trust, and when to act. Those insights come from the quiet mind. If you fill your space with chatter, if you constantly share every detail of your progress, you drown out the still, small voice of divine wisdom. The law of prosperity favors the calm, composed, and inwardly attentive soul. The more silently you move, the more guidance you receive. Because silence creates a channel for divine intelligence to work through you. When you protect your blessings through silence, you also protect your peace. You prevent others' opinions from influencing your emotional state. You are no longer swayed by praise or criticism. You remain centered, grounded, and stable. That emotional balance is a form of wealth in itself. Many lose their riches not through misfortune but through emotional imbalance. Through the need to prove, impress, or compete. The quiet soul avoids these traps. They live in contentment, knowing that their abundance comes from an infinite source that cannot be depleted. They give generously, receive gracefully, and rest peacefully. Their silence is their confidence, their restraint is their strength. Even in ancient wisdom, it is said that the most sacred things are veiled. The Holy of Holies is hidden behind a curtain. The treasure is buried in the field. The pearl lies deep within the ocean. What is most valuable is always concealed from the unprepared eye. This is the spiritual law of protection, and it applies equally to your wealth. The universe teaches us through nature the roots that sustain the tree are hidden beneath the earth. The roots do not cry out, yet without them, there would be no fruit. In the same way, the roots of your success, your thoughts, your gratitude, your faith, must remain underground, unseen but strong. When the fruit appears, it is for others to witness, but the source remains quietly nourished within. There is beauty in living this way. You move through life without the heavy burden of other people's expectations or judgments. You allow your blessings to speak through the quiet glow of your being. You do not have to announce, defend, or justify your prosperity. You know that true riches are sustained by divine law, not by human approval. Your energy remains calm, your joy private, and your peace undisturbed. The world may not understand your silence, but the universe does. In silence, your vibration stays pure. In silence, your wealth grows roots. In silence, your blessings multiply unseen, preparing for the perfect moment to reveal themselves in divine timing. Speaking too soon invites interference, while quiet gratitude keeps your abundance flowing. The spiritual process of manifestation is delicate, much like the unfolding of a new flower that needs warmth and protection before it blooms. Every time you receive an idea, an opportunity, or a new form of prosperity, it begins as a seed within your consciousness. That seed requires the nurturing of faith and the gentle watering of gratitude. When you speak too soon, when you share your visions or achievements before they have taken full form, you expose that seed to external energy that can disturb its growth. The energy of doubt, jealousy, or skepticism from others can interfere with the purity of your vibration, even if unspoken. Every thought and word is a vibration, and those vibrations meet and mingle with your own. When you speak of your blessings prematurely, you open your field to energies that may not align with the high frequency of abundance. Quiet gratitude, however, creates a sacred atmosphere where your blessings can flourish undisturbed. Gratitude is not merely a polite acknowledgement. It is a magnetic force that multiplies whatever you appreciate. When you are silently grateful, your heart vibrates in harmony with divine law, and more good flows into your life. This is why the wise remain inwardly thankful rather than outwardly boastful. They understand that the unseen realm responds more powerfully to sincere, private emotion than to spoken display. Gratitude is like sunlight to the soul. It strengthens your faith and increases your spiritual magnetism. The more you dwell in it quietly, the more you become a vessel through which abundance can continually flow. When you speak too soon, you shift your focus from the inner to the outer, from faith to appearance. You begin to seek confirmation from others, and in doing so, your spiritual power begins to scatter. You start to depend on validation, rather than on divine assurance. The law of manifestation works best in stillness, not in noise. The moment you announce your plans or blessings, you introduce external expectations, and those expectations create resistance. People may respond with opinions that cloud your vision, and their words can plant seeds of doubt where there was once certainty. The most powerful creations grow in silence, because silence allows pure energy to gather momentum. Quiet gratitude, on the other hand, keeps your heart centered in trust. It allows you to acknowledge your good without diffusing its power. You are saying to the universe, I see my blessings, I honor them, and I trust more is coming. This silent acknowledgement is one of the highest forms of faith, because it does not seek an audience. It is content to commune directly with the source of all abundance. When you are quietly thankful, you do not need to prove or explain anything. Your energy remains focused, your emotions stay calm, and your vibration continues to attract more of what you appreciate. Gratitude turns whatever you have into more than enough. It keeps the current of divine supply open and flowing freely through your life. Every time you speak of your success before it has stabilized, you disturb its energetic foundation. It is like opening the oven door before the bread has finished rising. The heat escapes and the process is interrupted. Manifestation requires patience and protection. The wise soul knows when to speak and when to remain still. When you are in the process of creating or expanding your abundance, speak only to those who share your vibration of faith. Otherwise, let your silence be your protection. The universe loves discretion. It rewards those who trust quietly. In your stillness, you give space for divine timing to unfold perfectly. Quiet gratitude also refines your relationship with prosperity. It transforms the way you perceive wealth. You no longer see it as something to show off or compare. Instead, you see it as a natural reflection of divine order. You become aware that every blessing carries responsibility and sacred purpose. By remaining humble and grateful, you keep yourself aligned with the true source of your riches. You understand that the more you give thanks inwardly, the more gracefully you can receive outwardly. Gratitude cleanses the heart of pride, envy, and fear. It keeps your energy pure. It reminds you that abundance flows through you, not just to you, and that your role is to maintain that flow with love and integrity. When you practice quiet gratitude, your entire vibration changes. You begin to notice the small miracles that surround you daily. You feel peace where there used to be anxiety, faith where there used to be doubt, and contentment where there used to be striving. This emotional stability becomes a magnet for more good, because the universe mirrors your state of being. If you radiate calm thankfulness, life responds by giving you more reasons to feel thankful. But if you seek validation through early announcements or loud declarations, you create turbulence in your field. The calm waters of gratitude attract blessings like a steady current. The stormy waves of ego and impatience repel them. To remain quietly grateful is also to demonstrate spiritual maturity. It shows that you no longer need the approval of the world to know your worth. You are in communion with divine supply, and that is enough. The energy of gratitude opens the channel to higher wisdom. It guides you to make wise choices with your wealth, to invest in what uplifts others, and to give without fear. Those who are quietly grateful never feel lack, for they live in constant awareness of abundance. Even when challenges arise, they give thanks for the hidden lessons and opportunities within them. Their gratitude turns every experience into growth and every moment into grace. Speaking too soon is often rooted in impatience. It is a desire to see proof before the process is complete. But divine timing cannot be rushed. When you move too quickly to share your progress, you demonstrate a lack of faith in the unfolding of the unseen. Silence, combined with gratitude, communicates trust. It tells the universe that you are confident enough to wait for the full manifestation before sharing it. It says that you do not need external confirmation, because you already know that what you desire is guaranteed. In this vibration of trust and gratitude, miracles occur naturally. The power of quiet gratitude is not only in what it attracts but also in what it protects. It protects you from the energy of comparison, from the urge to compete, from the fear of loss. It keeps your focus inward, where the real creation happens. When your mind is anchored in gratitude, you stop chasing abundance and start magnetizing it. You realize that the act of being grateful is itself an act of wealth. You become a conscious co-creator with the divine, aligned with the rhythm of giving and receiving. And because your gratitude is silent and sincere, it remains pure and potent, untouched by the distractions of the outer world. In this sacred silence of appreciation, your abundance flows like a steady river. You do not block it with worry, nor pollute it with pride. You simply allow it to move through you, blessing you and all who come into your presence. This is how the law of increase works. It responds to quiet gratitude with limitless supply. And as you continue to live in that vibration, every aspect of your life begins to reflect the harmony, peace, and prosperity that only gratitude can sustain. Let your actions and peace reveal your prosperity, not your words or need for validation. True abundance does not seek an audience. It radiates naturally from the one who possesses it. The vibration of genuine wealth cannot be hidden. It speaks through the way you carry yourself, the calmness in your voice, the serenity in your eyes, and the quiet confidence of your presence. The soul that is rich in spirit no longer feels the need to prove, persuade, or announce. It knows that divine supply is ever flowing, and that peace itself is the greatest evidence of prosperity. When you live in this awareness, your life becomes a quiet testimony to the power of alignment, and others feel it without you saying a word. There is a sacred law that says energy precedes form. What you are inwardly will always manifest outwardly, no matter how much or how little you try to display it. If you are inwardly anxious about your wealth, you will chase validation. If you are inwardly secure, your prosperity will appear effortlessly. The person who trusts divine law does not need to announce their success. Their life naturally reflects it. The home they create, the peace they carry, the kindness they extend, all become reflections of invisible abundance. Their wealth is not loud but luminous. They do not force attention, they attract it through the quiet power of harmony. Peace is a language that the universe understands. When your heart is at peace, you align yourself with divine rhythm, and everything you need comes to you in perfect order. The moment you begin to seek validation, you disturb that rhythm. You place your attention on outer appearances instead of inner assurance. The need to prove yourself stems from the illusion of lack, the belief that your worth must be confirmed by others. But in divine truth, your worth is inherent and unchanging. The soul that knows this walks softly, speaks kindly, and acts with purpose. They do not announce, "I am rich," for their life quietly demonstrates it through grace, generosity, and calm. Actions speak a vibration that words cannot match. When your actions are born from peace, they carry divine power. Every gesture, every decision, every offering you make becomes charged with the energy of abundance. The way you treat others, the patience you show, and the respect you give reveal your inner prosperity far more than any display of wealth could. True abundance manifests as calm confidence in all you do. You make choices not out of fear but out of faith. You give not to impress but to uplift. You work not to prove your value but to express your divine purpose. In such living, prosperity becomes a natural extension of your being, and others sense it without needing explanation. When your peace is your evidence, you no longer fluctuate with the opinions of the world. You are not moved by praise or shaken by judgment. You understand that neither adds nor subtracts from your abundance, for your source is spiritual, not social. You rest in the knowing that divine supply is personal and infinite. This inner stillness becomes your greatest wealth. The one who possesses peace has mastered the essence of prosperity. They are never in a hurry, never desperate, never envious, because they understand that life responds to calm assurance, not restless striving. Letting your peace reveal your wealth is a powerful act of faith. It means you no longer chase outcomes, you allow them to unfold. You no longer need to convince anyone of your worth, because you already live it. The energy of peace communicates louder than words. It says, "I trust that all is well." It draws opportunities, allies, and blessings without effort. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate calm abundance, because peace feels safe, trustworthy, and magnetic. When your vibration is peaceful, your presence itself becomes a blessing. Those around you feel uplifted, inspired, and comforted, even if you say nothing about your success. The truly wealthy soul gives more than they take. They live in service, not in show. They understand that abundance flows through giving, not through hoarding. Their giving is not loud or performative. It is quiet, sincere, and guided by intuition. When you act in this way, you demonstrate prosperity through divine generosity. You no longer seek recognition, because you know that giving is its own reward. The peace that follows a generous act is proof of abundance. For only the truly rich in spirit can give without fear. Every silent act of kindness, every unseen offering, every patient gesture adds to your invisible wealth, which in time becomes visible in miraculous ways. Validation is a trap that keeps many from true fulfillment. When you look outward for confirmation, you disconnect from your inner source. The world's approval is fleeting, but divine assurance is eternal. Those who depend on validation are constantly chasing applause, always needing to prove their worth through possessions or achievements. But the moment the applause fades, they feel empty again, for their foundation is external. The one who lives by peace, however, stands unshaken. Their foundation is divine law which never fails. They draw strength not from what others see but from what they know within. There is a gentle majesty in quiet success. It does not need to shine brighter than others. It simply glows steadily, like a lamp in the night. The wise understand that real prosperity is not about what you show but what you sustain. Anyone can appear wealthy for a moment, but only the inwardly rich can maintain peace in all conditions. When your wealth flows from peace, it endures. It is not threatened by loss, for it does not depend on possessions. It is not inflated by gain, for it knows that abundance is constant. This kind of prosperity cannot be taken from you, because it is built on consciousness, not circumstance. To live this way is to embody divine confidence. You become the calm center in a world of noise. You no longer chase opportunities. They are drawn to you because your vibration matches the frequency of ease and trust. Your silence becomes eloquent, your presence becomes powerful. The universe responds to your calm certainty by aligning people, events, and resources to support your path. Your peace becomes your greatest testimony, a silent declaration that you are one with the infinite source of supply. Letting your actions speak also cultivates humility. It keeps your ego in check and your spirit clear. When you no longer seek to impress, your intentions become pure. You work, create, and give from the heart, not for applause. This purity of motive opens the flow of abundance wider, for divine law responds to sincerity. You become a clear channel through which good can circulate freely. Every task you do with love and focus becomes infused with prosperity's energy. Even simple actions, when done in peace, create ripples of blessing that return multiplied. There is profound beauty in quiet success. The garden does not announce each bloom, yet its fragrance fills the air. The stars do not boast of their light, yet they guide travelers through the night. In the same way, your peace and actions quietly reveal your wealth. You do not need to tell the world that you are prosperous. Those who are sensitive will feel it, and those who are ready will learn from it. The most powerful truths are never shouted. They are lived. When you walk in calm assurance, when you give without fear, when you move through life with grace and confidence, you become a living demonstration of divine prosperity, without ever having to say a word.